Today's episode is a day in my life and a story of hope. And my story of hope all revolves around me having a relationship with my children. And I know that some of you are out there and you're like, hey, you know what? No big deal. They're your kids. You hang out with them. Good for you. For me, it has so much more meaning than that because I didn't always have this relationship with my children. Alcohol, addiction, just everything, my life, my self-hatred for myself drove my children away from me. My children didn't speak to me by the time I decided to get sober. So anytime I can spend a day with my child, anytime that I can turn around and see my child in my life, it is a good day for me. And I wanted to take this feeling, I wanted to take this story and share it with you because I want you to have hope. And there is hope with recovery. So today I had to go to a Mad Rabbit event in Los Angeles. Now Mad Rabbit, this is not a plug for Mad Rabbit. This is just an event that I went to. They're a tattoo aftercare product, so super cool, different story. But I had to go to LA and I didn't want to go by myself. You know what? I wanted to bring either Robert or Brandon with me. Well, we have the new puppy and Robert said that he would stay home and babysit the puppy since Brandon did that last weekend. So Brandon and I hit the road. And it was a 2-hour drive from Temecula to the event. And it was 2 hours of just being able to sit in the car with my son and talk about life. Now, as I said earlier, when I decided to get sober, I didn't have a relationship with my children. Brandon didn't live with me. Brandon didn't speak with me. Robert lived in the same house, didn't speak to me. I had literally lost my sons. And it was that acknowledgement, it was that loss that kept me locked in addiction for longer than I probably would have if I didn't have that sense of loss. If I, as a mom, knowing that I had pushed my children away, hurt so bad that I didn't know if being sober, I would be able to deal with that pain. Because when you're in this addiction, when you're in this cycle, what happens is you don't want to face pain. And I didn't want to face the pain of what life looked like without my children. So I was stuck in this really vicious cycle. And it wasn't until one morning when I woke up, I decided that I had nothing to lose. You know what? They weren't coming back. The way I was living my life, they were never coming back into my life. And every day that passed, I pushed them farther away and the gap became further. I decided to give myself hope that there was recovery with sobriety. And to tell you the truth, it didn't happen overnight. This wasn't a, hey, you know what? I quit drinking yesterday, so now let's be one big happy family. No, it has taken years to build a relationship, to heal. It was a lot of coming to terms with what happened that has enabled us to be able to go forward. Every time I am with my children, whether I'm doing the podcast or going to San Francisco or just driving to LA, to me, it is a reason to celebrate. I get so happy just doing the most ordinary things that other people take for granted because I lost it. If you are currently in a situation where you want to become sober, but you're scared about not being able to reconnect, by all means, please know that there is hope. Please know that you can build these relationships back up. Please know that you're never going to answer that question until you become sober. So if you decide to get sober and you want to rebuild a relationship, please remember you cannot get any of your past back. but you can rebuild a future. You can rebuild relationships, and you can make new memories, and you can have new boundaries, and you can have new love. You're never going to get back that time you lost, but that should not and cannot stop you from having good, healthy relationships now and going forward. There is hope, and we cannot let addiction take that hope away from us. So I hope you enjoyed my story of hope. And if you did, by all means, please hit that like button. If you'd like to stick around and see what I'm going to be talking about next, please hit subscribe. I'd love for you to follow me on all of my social media accounts. Those are all listed down below. And until next time, remember, wear what you want. I love you dearly, and I will see you on the next episode. Final thought of the day. I wanted to be able to see you, and I want you to be able to see me for this one. If you're out there and you are struggling with addiction, I'm going to put some links for some websites down below for you to be able to reach out and to get some help. If you are a child of an addict, I'm going to also put some links down below that I can find for you to get support. Like I said, I've been on both sides of this fence. I've been the child and I've been the parent. And I think the deepest and the darkest I've ever been is when I've lost hope. When you lose hope, you lose your ability to be able to heal. And if I have helped at least just one person start to spark that hope of a better life, of healing and being healthy and going forward, it's a good day for me. So please, by all means, don't give up hope. Addiction is a horrible, horrible sickness that takes a lot of people away from us, but that doesn't mean it has to stay that way. So that's all I got to say about that. Websites are down below, and I love you dearly.